All right, shalom, shalom. Shalom. Hey, before I get started, give me 1 second. All right. Hey, shalom. Hey, before I get started, I want to give all the glory and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakah Kodash. Double honors unto my apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and safety to all the sincere Akyam, the Sire pushing this word in truth and in all sincerity. Shalom to you all. Shalom to you sincere sisters as well. All right, the Akwaf. All right. It's another lesson. Back at it again. I don't have a title yet. Whenever the Spirit take this, I'll probably take a title from it. Give me 1 second. Again, merging. All right. So, back at it again. A few more things while in the Spirit. I was meditating earlier. And, hey, shalom, shalom. Is, there's a major shift happening, with these people, and I was listening to the elder Abouan Gabar. I watch a lot of his videos. I'm pretty sure a lot of brothers do. And he did a video a few days ago talking about how, these women, they're acting different. And I was like, man, that's the spirit. Because we was talking about the same thing last Saturday at our camp, me and a few brothers. I was like, the week prior, I was like, man, these women, they starting to act a little more friendlier than normal, which is not a bad thing. It's just, again, scriptures speak about redeeming the times, measuring the times diligently. These are all aspects of life that really the men of the Lord, aka the prophets, used to see prophecy being fulfilled. Right? So all of the notion of women cleaving on to Isaiah the 4th chapter, Isaiah 4 and 1, it is a measuring stick of prophecy, right? So as we see these times occur, and women approaching men, not even just beyond approaching, but being open to which was once considered a carnal sin in their minds, was this idea of sharing a man, all right, which, again, when you read Isaiah 4 and 1, which ties into Isaiah 13, speaking on the fact of that the Lord shall make a man more precious than gold. That's not every man, okay? Most men out here are still little boys at heart. They're not men, okay? There's a shift because it's prophecy's sake, okay? And I was speaking to my rib about this because, see, Isaiah 32, rise up ye women that are at ease. The vintage is failing. See, there was a way of which you women have been trained underneath this westernization, this romanticized kingdom, 444. This, all of these different elements have, this indoctrination has really done great damage to you. A lot of you are stressed out by the standards of which are set in an unrealistic way. There are expectations. A man has expectations just as much as a woman has expectations. But this world has made it through, and I was saying this, and I'm, saying this through the lens of monogamy, has really backfired in you women's face. Monogamy is backfiring in women's face. It's not working no more. It's not working. Okay? See, the vintage was so good at one point, it was working. women were just flourishing in this westernized Christian world of the approach. You know what I'm trying to say, like man, woman, you know, married in a church, you know, that whole spew, boyfriend, all of this shit is failing because it all is based in the approach of giving women the higher ground. That's why for the last several years, it's always been this internet combat between men and women of who's the prize, who's the prize, who's the prize. Then the tone started changing where a lot of women started coming out like, oh, you know what? I kind of see it now. Men really are the prize. Oh shit. Like women are having a lot of oh shit moments. See, most women's pride will not allow them to acknowledge it. But life gonna still keep pressing it out their ass, man. See, all this system, this whole setup that was set up for women is failing. That's why it's like I say, the Lord is factory resetting women. The Lord is factory resetting this whole setup, but I'm highlighting the woman aspect of it. Women aren't going to be the first ones that's going to have to change. Because why? They're the most vulnerable. Women are the most vulnerable gender. Women and children are very vulnerable to danger, problems. So as we get into this system of it getting more real, the pain, the hardness of it, that shit is changing. All right? Because all the fluff before, men aren't able to keep up with no more. All the expensive dinners, the bags, the shoes, the clothes, the traveling, all that shit. Niggas ain't keeping up with that shit no more. So what then becomes the measuring stick? What then becomes the standard? What then becomes I'm telling you. It's backfired. Scriptures speak about, the scriptures say that a foolish woman is loud and clamorous, right? And that be the problem amongst women and it really are people as a whole for the most part, is the loudest fools get the most traction. The loudest fools of men and women get the most traction. And then what happens? You think that because that got some traction, that's what this got a lot of views, so this must be with men. No. All of this shit is backfiring. You women are tired. You're stressed. You're lonely. You have no friends. You have no circle. All of this shit is failing you, and you're the ones that's really hurting them the worst. That's why you go on the internet, is these women, they be sitting in their cars crashing the fuck out. See, we're here, we judge everything. 1 Corinthians, what is that? The second or the first chapter says that the spiritual man judgeth all. Okay? We see the plays, we see the patterns, we see the effects. I like to say, these are all gauges. Like how your car has gauges for different fluids and different things. Airplanes, this is a gauge. All right? So again, when you're dealing with these subject matters of the wisdom of Esau, the wine, his wine, this is all part of his wine. This is his way of living, his thought of what it is. These aren't natural. Then this creates all, this is why again, relationships can't last worth the shit nowadays, because One, it's not growing. A lot of y'all have these Edomite demons ideas of what a marriage is still. And I really challenge, this is where you gotta go out and do deeper research. Go study what family structures were in the ancient world, in the Middle East, as they call it, or around that region. What was it? What was the family structure? How did it operate? I remember when I was in college, I had to take an anthropology course, and I was, this is 20 plus, this is a long time ago at this point. I had no clue what anthropology was at the time, which anthropology simply means the study of people. And I remember during this course, we were basically doing a read of the people in Sri Lanka and these different cultures and how marriages were occurred, who was it, patriarchies and matriarchs, and these are all forms that different cultures of people decide is what is the best. Some cultures say it's better for the woman to lead, or for the woman, to have as multiple husbands as she wants, right? Then, so again, you should study. If you're really about this, you should be into your studies of, all right, what does the Lord say is the right family structure? What if I'm a woman? What you got to check that pride demon, and a lot of it, where a lot of you women have an issue through the spirit of your man having another woman, or two or three, or however the Lord see it fit to come, is because of just insecurities. Because you're worried about what this Babylonian system has established and what people gonna think. You're thinking about a lot of other things than actually your own success, your own family, what you need, what could help, how you could help. There's so many other things that could be being thought about that aren't being thought about because you're still holding on to the shadow of Egypt. Egyptians had a structure of what they deemed was right for marriage. Every culture has, every society has. This society said one man, one woman. See, these so-called Edomites, these so-called white people, these Edomites that got money, they be living in 6,000 to 7,000 square foot homes, big mansions, mini mansions, and it just be the man, the woman, and two dogs, or one child, because they are contrary to us. That's not how the Lord, the first commandment in the scriptures, the first commandment is to be fruitful and multiply. That's commandment number one. All right? And that's something, I'm gonna hit you with this. That's another charge against this devil, because he makes procreating so hard. I'm talking on all aspects. Financially. What the fuck? Never in the history of time, until this devil got to the last 50, 60, 100 years, did this much financial thought go into bearing children. No other animal in the kingdom of creation gives this much thought to bearing children, and not even from the aspect of raising it and all of that aspect. I'm talking about just sheer finance. The financial burdensome that is applied onto you because of this place behind childbearing makes it where a lot of people, I ain't even trying to have no kids. You got what's this guy, John Cena? He speaks out. He speaks out on the fact of him not wanting children. So at meet and greet, somebody asked him, well, why don't you have children? And he was like, hey, well, listen, man, I got this going on, the responsibility, and everything what goes with it. I just decided I'm just going to do this. And he was like, hey, thank you for asking a vulnerable question, which is nobody's business, really, but through the spirit, it's really contrary to life. Not wanting to have kids is actually contrary to you as a creation. Dogs don't be like, you know what, man? Really? I'm kind of good. Yeah, I'm good, man. Like, I'm just going to kind of like, I'm just going to float around. Yeah, I'm just male dogs, like, male lions. Male lion get birth, he get to age, like, man, you know what, really? I'm just gonna go on my own way. He create a whole group of male lions, male ML, middle tile or some shit like that. Male lions going their own way. What the fuck is that? But that's the way that this world is. This world has made it where that's that is a responsible fucking option in most cases. That's how fucked up this place is. See? So all of that deception that has gone to Eve is backfiring. All that shit is going out the wind. You women, I know, you could say whatever the fuck you want to say in your head and just because of your rebellion, but I know the truth. You women are lonely. And I'm not talking about simply just even the loneliness of a man and a husband. You're that lonely too. But you women don't have no friends. Women don't have no companions. Very few of you have friends. Most of you are such hermits. You don't know how to socialize. That's because the Lord set it up. But your whole social structure was the village that your man created that you were a part of. Think about how many children would be around. Think about just what it says in Isaiah 4:1. 7 women. Let's just take 7 women. Right? 7 women have 7 kids, 7 children. That's 7 women looking at 6. That's 6 women looking at each other. You get what I'm trying to say? Looking at each other's children like, oh, I love your child. Your child is so beautiful. Oh, this, that, and the third. That energy of helping, being active, all of that is what women love. But most of you don't get that. You sure as hell don't get it in the perspective of what I'm speaking to. So all of this is what's choking. This is why you see these women and they're stressed out. They're angry. They're tense. How do you women need a hug? Yeah, most women friends are in competition with each other, right? Because they've never been shown how to actually work with each other. See, because this devil, you gotta see, I'm really speaking to how this devil really pushed scarcity, something vicious onto our people, specifically the women. What the fuck do you mean women gotta go so hard? Think about it. If women just is completely acceptable with the fact of sharing a husband, a man has 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever that is for that situation, women wouldn't be so pressed to think about, oh man, I gotta find my man, that one man. See, that monogamous demon puts so much stupid pressure on men and women that that's the problem. That's really the core issue of why relationships and marriages are failing at the rate that they are today, because that energy is toxic. The idea of monogamy is extremely toxic. It's isolating. Monogamy, think about it. It's isolation. Whole time, you just need a fucking buddy at home just to do the shit that you want to do. But when your husband, see, us as men, we're very much so, women talk about this because they hate on this, really, it'd be so easy for us to meet friends. We have, oh, that's my buddy. Oh, I've known him. That we went to college together. Oh, we worked together over here for some years. Oh, we got the same. We on this fantasy team. Women hate that shit because men naturally, we create spaces. I play ball over here. I work out with this guy. I'm my business partner over here. This, that, and that's what a man does. That's not you as a woman. So then what happens? The man, he's living his life, trying to live his life, but his woman is anti it. So now that creates strife. The whole time, all you needed was another wife at home to fucking watch a show with and eat popcorn and knit and help you with the kids. That's all you needed, was a companion. You just needed a friend. Oh, hell no, I ain't doing that shit. Oh, no, I ain't sharing my nigga. I ain't, Whole time you in the house, frazzled, losing your fucking mind. Lonely than a motherfucker. Children whooping your ass. Everything whooping your ass. I could do it all by myself. All by yourself is whooping your ass. Out here stressed the hell out. Tense. A lot of you women need a fucking hug. Hell, beyond just a rod, a lot of you women, you just need a fucking hug. A lot of you women need to be big spoon. That's what a lot of you women need. Nah. I mean, I just always like we're in the house. I just need it. Right, you're going crazy. See, the vintage is failing you. That old way of you just combating a situation and running some shit, that shit is played out. It don't work no more. It ain't work and it's not working. All right. Hey, so with that, I'm gonna close this up. Just got to the job. Give me Salaki. I want to give all the glory and honor to you. How about Shem Yahushai, by Shem Kakadash, Shalom.